All right. Thanks everyone for joining us, and we'll go ahead and get started. I know we may have some people that jump in kind of as we go, so if I do pause for a second, hang tight with us. Just some general housekeeping things. Go ahead and leave your microphone on mute as much as you can. That way, when we have our kids up talking or we're presenting anything, that it's not distracting. We know technology can be challenging at times. Zoom is our friend and sometimes our enemy. So we're going to do what we can to make sure this goes as smooth as possible, but we are super excited to be here today. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Scott Withers. I am the teen club director here at the Boys and Girls Club. I'm excited today to present three young ladies that we have in our organization that are outstanding. They've been here for a long time, and we're very happy to have them as three nominees for our Youth of the Year. So a little background on what Youth of the Year is before we get into some other stuff. Youth of the Year is the highest award that anybody can win as a member of the Boys and Girls Club. So it's given to a high school member from every club that decides to participate around the country. Essentially what they're playing for, or what they're competing for today, is to be our 2021 Boys and Girls Club of Albany Youth of the Year. For whoever wins today, they represent our club in a couple months at the State of Oregon competition, and then they will compete against what is generally 9 other organizations to see who comes out of a competition that looks very similar to what the girls went through today. And the winner of that is crowned the Oregon State Youth of the Year, and then they move to a regional level, which would be West Coast Pacific type region. And then from there, if they were to win that, they move on to the National Boys and Girls Club Youth of the Year competition. Like anything these days, it looks a lot different with COVID and the situation that we're currently dealing with. That's why we're doing this on Zoom. And all of the competitions, it sounds like, for the Youth of the Year moving forward at the state level or regional level, this year it's likely going to all be an online thing for our kids. So we're very proud to have the three girls today. They're going to give their speeches to you here shortly. You get to hear a little bit of their story. And then I want to give a special thank you to our three judges that we have, Connie, Stephanie, and Tracy. Thank you all so much for sitting through this morning and hearing the stories of the girls and being the one to help us decide who our 2021 Youth of the Year is, because I know I don't want that responsibility. So it's always a hard choice, and thank you very much for doing that. So the first thing that we're going to do today is we are going to kick it over to one of our elementary staff, Matthew, and he is going to announce the elementary Youth of the Year for 2021 for the Boys and Girls Club of Albany. Matthew?
Hello. So my name is Matthew Miller. I am the Adventure Room lead here at the Albany Boys and Girls Club. This is my 3rd year working here, my 2nd year being in the Adventure Room. For those of you that don't know, the Adventure Room is just a clever title that we give our educational room to entice members into reading and building educational projects. Because of this, it draws a certain type of kid in, and it's hard to make reading and STEM-based projects appealing to kids that just want to play basketball all day. Before COVID, every room here at the club had their regular kids that you'd see in the same rooms every day. The thing that sets our Youth of the Year apart from these other regulars is that you could put this member in any area and you'd think that they were in that area every single day. They're able to be the best member in any area that they're put in, treating everyone with kindness and dignity and willing to try new things without batting an eye. This is just one of the many reasons why we chose Maddie Cooper as our Youth of the Year. Maddie has been coming here for a 1.5 years now and thrives in every single area that she enters. She is super friendly to all other members, befriending every kid in any area that she goes into. She goes into every activity with a sense of curiosity and willingness to try new things. And most importantly, these traits are noticed by other kids, and it encourages them to step up and be kind and participate in activities, even if they seem intimidating at first. She is an ideal role model for other members here at the club, and a delight for us staff to be able to have such a positive person participating in our activities. Obviously, our club has looked much different in how we operate with all these new COVID guidelines, and this has made the club a little more like school in the eyes of the kids. But luckily for me, I've had Maddie in my class with all of her fantastic traits that have made my life so much easier. By encouraging the other members to get their homework done or stay focused in class, Maddie is always right there doing the right thing, setting a good example for what the other kids should be doing. Maddie's even told us that she enjoys the distance learning because we make sure that you get your homework done even if you accidentally fall asleep in class. Not to imply that she'd ever fall asleep in class. Those are her words, not mine. With all that being said, it's easy to see why we think Maddie is the ideal member to win Youth of the Year, and every staff at the club loves to see her here. She continues to welcome all new members and sets exceptional expectations for all the other kids that she interacts with daily. Whoever's running for Youth of the Year next year is going to have a hard act to follow up with Maddie being this year's Youth of the Year.
All right, thank you, Matthew, and congratulations to Maddie. Super awesome to see kids in our program, especially right now with everything going on with COVID, excelling, you know, both in the classroom and in other extracurricular activities that the club is able to put on. So congratulations to Maddie. We're super proud to have you as part of our organization. All right, we're going to transition into the portion where you don't have to hear me speak anymore, and you can hear our three awesome young ladies that we have here at the club. Let me put myself back in the screen real quick. Okay, the three young ladies that we have here at the club, Gracie Volkema is going to be our first speaker. She is a freshman at West Albany High School, has been coming to the club for a long time. Gracie is an absolute ball of fire and someone that will keep you on your toes at all times as a staff. We're very thankful to have her here at the club. So without further ado, Gracie's going to come up here and she's going to share part of her story with you guys.
Hi, everyone. My name is Gracie. Like he said, I go to West. I'm a freshman, and I don't really know what else to say, so I'm going to give you my speech. Diversity comes in many different forms. Most people associate it with race, but it's much more than that. I think I first realized that not everyone was like me in the 6th grade. I was working on speeches with one of the younger kids for a donor's luncheon. I was hosting it and he was one of the speakers. He told us that his family was his rock when things went wrong. And his story really moved me because it was so powerful and so personal. I think if it were me up there speaking that intimately, I probably would have passed out, but he didn't. His confidence on stage pushed me to stray from the speech I wrote, and I walked, or rather talked, into uncharted territory. It was in that unscripted script that I found myself. I was stronger and more confident in my words. My name is Gracie Volkema, and this is my story. Everyone has a father figure. Some people have a mother figure. But it's lucky kids like me who have a whole family that's not even related to you at an arm's reach away. Since 6th grade, the staff has shuffled around a bit, but the message always remains the same. I am here for you. Ever since I walked through the doors for the first time, I have been pushed by every single staff. Scott, Emma, Sonia, Elsa, DJ, basically any staff who's worked here in the last 4 years. I have been pushed by each and every one of them to be the best version of myself, and I think I have so far. I'm in the application process for FEMA's Youth Preparedness Council. I decided to apply for the YPC because I'm tired of sitting at my desk doing nothing. I want to make a difference in my community, and the YPC is one way I can accomplish that. Sorry, Scott's making hand signals. Oh, sorry, someone else enters. Scott's job now. And the YPC is one way I can accomplish that. Like me, kids all over the world are having great ideas, but are being told they're too young. Being told that they should stay kids for as long as they can. Constantly being asked, how old are you exactly? When I reached out to Mayor Johnson and had him, and I put him in contact with Scott, one of the questions he asked was, is she really 14? Some people think that only adults can change the world, and that's fine. I plan to prove them wrong. But in 50 years, the current government officials may or may not have died, and new governors, senators, and presidents will step into their roles. We as Americans, we as people, we shelter young kids and we tell them that everything's going to be okay, that nothing bad can happen to the world they live in. I was never taught that. In my family, we looked for the good while also noting the bad. I think it made me to the person I am today, able to recognize that the world isn't perfect, that it isn't rainbows and unicorns, but at least there is hope. Not in the people sitting in their offices judging us, but on the next generation, my generation. We just have to step up before it's too late. Thank you for listening. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Gracie. That was awesome. Getting to hear your story is really inspirational, and hope you enjoy the flowers. Next up, we have another freshman. She is from South Albany High School. Mia has been coming to the club ever since I can remember, all the way from her elementary school days up through middle school. She's been here almost every day for the last few months, sitting at the desk, doing her homework, grinding as hard as she can to make sure that it's all taken care of and she's putting herself in the best position to be successful. So without further ado, Mia Rowe.
Hi, my name is Maddie Cooper, and here's my speech. To be honest, my life hasn't always been easy, but I feel fortunate to have two large families that love and support me unconditionally. In 4th grade, my parents finally let me go to the Boys and Girls Club, and I was so excited, and I instantly found my home away from home. My name is Mia Rowe, and this is how the Boys and Girls Club impacted me. Although I was excited to finally be going to the Boys and Girls Club, I was a little bit intimidated by my new environment. There were so many more kids and staff, it was overwhelming. At first, I was shy and reserved, but one of the staff members that really made me feel at home is Emma. Emma introduced me to the programs and some of my now really close friends. Emma and I would always play cards with my friend Chloe, and even with all that card playing experience, I still don't know how to do the bridge. Emma was always prepared with fun activities like Jeopardy, Mafia, Press Club, categories, and Bottle. She was that person I could go to if I was having a bad day or just feeling sad. Emma has made such a difference in my life, and I am truly so thankful for her. Without Emma, the club would not mean as much to me as it does. And without the club, I would not be who I am today. Another thing Emma did to help me was introduce me to all the programs the Boys and Girls Club had to offer. Throughout these programs, I have learned many things, such as how to be a leader, the values of friendship, and the importance of helping my community. As I became more active, I started joining the leadership clubs. The first one that really showed me I enjoy being a leader is Rowe's, Random Acts of Kindness. During Rowe's, we volunteered at Fish of Albany, Safe Haven, and the local soup kitchen. While at Fish, I noticed there are so many people in my own community that are in need, and this truly inspired me to want to help. Being in Rowe's led me to join Torch Club when I got to middle school, and I would have been in Keystone this year if COVID hadn't have happened. But instead, I got the opportunity to do Training Teens for Tomorrow, T3 internship. Participating in so many programs over the course of my time here at the club has helped me find things I am passionate about. Smart Girls made a big impact on how I view myself as a woman, and it helped me be aware of all the inequalities that women face. This makes me want to be a good role model for young girls when I am older. And I would like to make programs where we spread awareness of the obstacles women go through every day. It is important to be aware of the issues so we can start to make steps towards a greater future for all. My goal is to continue serving my community and my club, creating more fun memories through my avid card playing hobby and living life. I know the Boys and Girls Club will always be there to support me when I'm out there making a difference. And I know I would not be who I am now without my home away from home. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mia. As you can tell by listening to the stories, these girls are very motivated to change the community and to be the best version of themselves. The final member that we're going to bring up is a freshman at West Albany High School. And even though she listed me as her least favorite staff member when they recently did a little PowerPoint presentation that they put together, I'm a little bitter about it, but I'm very proud to have her come up. And now I've got her laughing super hard. Everyone, it is my pleasure to introduce Chloe Kennedy.
I didn't think he was going to expose me like that, but yes, my name is Chloe Kennedy, and yeah, when I think back to my childhood, most of my earliest memories come from the Boys and Girls Club. It is hard to not imagine being here at the club, and throughout the years, I've created hundreds of memories that I will never forget. My name is Chloe Kennedy, and this is my Boys and Girls Club experience. The club first opened its doors to me in the summer before 5th grade. I had just moved away from my hometown, and I had to leave my friends and everyone that I knew there, and it was my only home I had ever known. We moved to Albany because of my dad's job. It was easier for my parents than it was for me. Little did I know, just down the road, there would be a place I considered my second home. The art room, Rowe's, sewing club, Minecraft, the adventure room, and even the Lego table all provided me comfort when I was going through hardships at home and at school. The feeling I get when going to the club is unlike the feeling I get when going to school. This is especially true for my 5th grade year. Frankly, I was bullied. The club acted as my safe haven. Without it, I don't know where I would have found my support. The little things here are what make going to the club so special. My favorite after-school club was Smart Girls. It taught me self-love and the uniqueness of others. Confidence is something that you'll need for all aspects of your life, from interviews to even lifelong relationships. And through Smart Girls, I was able to build up my confidence and others up with me. I now have the pleasure of being in T3, where I'll be able to help myself and better help the community. I really value the time I've spent volunteering and seeing other people's benefit from the actions I've done. And when things open back up, I hope to continue these actions. It is no secret that this past year has been a hard one. We are all facing new challenges that are impacting every step of our daily lives. For me personally, not being able to go to school or even the club was really hard because it was just really hard because I was not able to have the motivation and my academic grades were going down, because prior to the pandemic, I was getting A's and B's, but when the pandemic hit, I was getting C's and D's. This was extremely hard for me because school was an environment where I thrived. Returning to the club was a turning point, and I felt my old self coming back. I was able to socialize with my friends who I had not seen in almost a year. Being able to see my friends Mia and Gio brought me out of my shell that I've been in for months. Having the support and help of the staff allowed me to stay on track with my work. After only a few weeks, all my grades got back up to what they were used to be, and I was going back to my old self. As a 4th grader, I could have never expected the support that surrounds me now. For me, the Boys and Girls Club is more than just an after-school program. It is where I feel safe. It is where I belong.
Good job, Chloe. Good job to Mia and Gracie also, as they talk about who got what prettier colored flowers over there, I think. We are super proud to have these three as representatives for our club, and no matter who wins today, knowing that this is the future of high schoolers that we have here to work with, to get to hang out with. It's truly an inspiration to see young people as motivated as these three are. I am going to quickly introduce Stephanie, who is one of our judges. I'm going to let her come on and talk a little bit about the background of how today went, what some of their takeaways were as judges, and then Stephanie is going to do the honor of announcing who our 2021 Youth of the Year is. So Stephanie, go ahead and take it away.
I am here. Can you hear me? Are we good?
Yep.
First of all, I wanted to just say on behalf of Connie Harpool and Tracy Lyles, the three of us who got to judge these girls, how much fun it was to get to hear their stories and read the adversities that they had to overcome with COVID and just the things that were important to them. And it wasn't an easy decision because these are three amazing girls and we could tell they're all good friends. So they're very similar. They're all involved in a lot of the same stuff. They all represent the club really well. And they were just really inspiring to get to see, you know, what it is that the club does for these kids and how it impacts their lives. With that being said, we have selected one, and it wasn't easy. We didn't agree all at the very same time. We had to think about it, talk about it, and try to exactly decide what the differences might have been between them. But we have selected as our winner of the 2021 Club of the Year is Mia Rowe.
Thank you so much to Scotty and Sonia, Elsa and Emma, and thank you to Connie and Stephanie and Tracy for this decision. I was so nervous today. Thank you guys so much.
You did awesome, Mia. All of you girls did awesome. Every one of you should be in the running again next year. It was, like I said, it was amazing. There's several things that will help you along the way that we think that we can improve on, but you guys did amazing. It was great. So much fun.
Thank you so much.
All right, well, congratulations, Mia, and congratulations to Gracie and Chloe too for all the hard work that they put in. All three of these girls really worked as hard as we've ever seen anyone work on Youth of the Year stuff. They were nothing but a pleasure to work with for our staff. They worked super hard. Every time we asked them to do anything, they were on top of it. All three of them should be very proud. Mia, we've got a month and then your application's due for the state competition. So we've got some work to do, but congratulations. And we are super excited to have you as our 2021 Youth of the Year. Parents, friends, family, everyone watching today, thank you so much for joining us on our Zoom call. We are very appreciative to be able to have done this and could not have done it without the support of all the other staff here at the club, of the parents, of all the club supporters, board members, and anyone that may be on this call. So thank you all very much. I'm going to end the call here shortly, but everyone have a good day.